baby formula or whatever kind of a thing, this is
Right.
what you're
Yeah.
looking for. Anyway,
But when there's a crisis or there's some sort of situation, then we should be able to provide some kind of cover and resources to our residents. I think that's a responsibility of being in my position.
let's just start. Let's start recording this. All right, so today I have Dawn Taylor with Kingfisher City Council, but you're not here as a city council person today. You have a mission.
Yes.
Yes, and stop me if I'm wrong. This triggered some thought for you when during the government shutdown and the stop payment of the SNAP program and all this kind of stuff. And so I guess my challenge to you is there are a lot of organizations in Kingfisher that are already doing these kind of things. So what's your mission? Why are you deciding to jump in the ring here?
Okay. So my goal is, and my mission is, that the organizations that we have right now that are already awesome organizations, awesome resources, that they provide non-perishables. They provide pantry items. If you've ever been to a food pantry, which I have plenty of times, then the items that you receive are usually close to expiration date or expired. They're canned items, boxed items, and though you might be in a dire need for something, and they're awesome in that aspect, if you're like at the end of nothing, they're usually items that need to be paired with something else. So you don't go to a food pantry and usually receive items that will give you a whole meal for your family.
Okay.
You go to a food pantry and you receive items that are good staples to have in the house if you already have groceries or some aspect to receive groceries. So when the government had a shutdown and they decided that there was no funding for the SNAP benefit program and there were families that were without it, that meant that they didn't have anything to add to. So I want to provide that.
Give me an example of the add to.
So like if you have a box for to prepare for like macaroni and noodles and that has a sauce in it. I don't want to say a brand name.
You know what you mean? Yeah.
And then you were supposed to add some meat item to it. Well, most food pantries don't provide that meat item. And then there are some pantries that do provide meat items. And unfortunately, the meat items that you get, because they're mass produced for mass amounts of pantries all over the country, are like what you would politely call mystery meat. It's not necessarily something you can identify. And so therefore you're like, so you don't have the hamburger to go with that box to prepare it. That would be the lacking item. So what my effort is right now is I've already collected some donations. I'm just reaching out to other individuals or businesses so that we could help those families, because even though overnight things have changed, there's still going to be there were still 2 weeks of that gap, so there's still going to be a struggle. And even what has changed now in our government is a temporary thing, and we don't know what will be going on.
January, we may be doing it again.
Right.
Yeah.
So my effort is to create a resource so that they have some way to add to what they might, the great things they might have already got.
The
Right.
eggs, things like that. So are you offering cash for this, or are you making arrangements with some grocery stores, or how are you doing this?
I'm collecting donations, and then what I'm doing is like I'm taking individuals to email me. And actually, this is an effort that's in my role as the city commissioner. This is still a part of that. I believe that not only is our role in small government is about like making sure policies are good and legislature is good, and our streets are filled in holes and the water turns on and things of that nature. But when there's a crisis or there's some sort of situation, then we should be able to provide some kind of cover and resources to our residents. I think that's a responsibility of being in my position. So in the same position, so they can reach out to my email, my city email, which is dawnt@kingfisher.org.
Okay.
And then so if they're an individual that has been affected by the SNAP benefits being, ceased and reopened and whatever else might take place, then I would like for them to just reach out, and then I'm going to just source with them what it is that they need. So I've already had some people do it that way, and I've already responded and then just reached out, because there's still, like you said, there's still other organizations. Some people might need something different. I don't know. So the donations I've taken is just to help.
So this would be a
feed that
case by
gap.
case study. If
Yeah.
someone calls and needs something special, baby formula or whatever kind of a thing, this is
Right.
what you're
Yeah.
looking for. And you already have received some
Yeah.
donations.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Very, very
So
cool.
yeah.
So the best way to reach you is by your city email.
Yes.
And what is it again?
Dawn T for Taylor. So
Okay.
it's my name at kingfisher.org.
Fantastic. I think this is a really neat program. I didn't realize that when you first approached us with this, that this was even a thing.
Yeah.
You know, I thought you went to the food pantry and got everything you needed and went home
Yeah.
happy, but
No.
there's some missing parts there.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And our food pantries in Kingfisher really do a great job. A lot of them add to what, the regional bank gives them, so that we can have, like, whoever visits there has little things. But there's at least 16% of just Kingfisher residents that are under the poverty level. And I know this, I'm one of those households. So I've just gone through all these situations myself. Like, I received SNAP benefits. I didn't receive my SNAP benefits. Like, I've experienced all that. And it's just different when you're on the other side and you've actually walked through it. And then, when you're just looking at the resources and stocking the shelves, it's a little different when you have to take it home and your kids are like, can we have fruit? Can we do this? And you don't have those things.
Yeah.
So I understand that waiting on the first. You're waiting for things to drop, and you're putting things off till the first hits. And then if the first never comes, what do you do? And like I said, it's the program, SNAP program, is created as a supplement. It's not created for something for you to depend on, but yet still, unfortunately, if you do fall in that category of being at a poverty level, then it's gonna be what carries you most of the time. So, yeah.
All right. Very cool. Stay tuned for more information as this evolves. And you can keep us updated, and we'll post on all about Kingfisher and things like that. And we appreciate you stepping up and making a difference, Dawn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And meanwhile,
don't
forget
stay tuned.
that there's a community dinner happening in Kingfisher, and it's going to be on the 20th. It's going to be at the Women's Building this year, and that's a Thanksgiving dinner that's for anybody in the public to come to and get their bellies fed. And we have great giveaways this year. There's a raffle. This is our first year putting this together. It's all the community people, the resources, but God's Covenant Church does a lot of the shepherding, and this is the first year without Serena Prim. So it would be great too if people could just come out and be supportive, and we can all eat together as a community.
Wow, I love it. Fantastic. Thank you, Dawn. All right, stay tuned.